How to find off-market properties for free. No budget for marketing? No problem. I'm going to show you how to find off-market properties without spending a dime. Some of our best deals came from hustle, not from a mailing list or from an ad campaign. In this video, I'm going to walk you through creative ways to find sellers directly without paying for software or lead sources. By the end of this video, you're going to know the simple, free strategies that you can use to find motivated sellers. This is the perfect strategy for beginners or investors who are running on a tight budget. You know, if you've never been a business owner before, you might not be used to having to spend money on advertising, but most business owners have to spend money on advertising to make the phone ring to them. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can actually go out and find properties without spending any money on marketing. Now, as your business grows, I'm going to encourage you to spend 10 to 20% of your profits and reinvest that into some marketing campaigns to start making the phone ring to you. But here's my word of advice. Don't ever stop with these grassroots methods that we're teaching you right now, because these methods can continue to fuel your business and be ahead of the competition day after day, month after month, even year after year. So don't lose track of what got you to where you're going to get to. The first one might seem so simple and it might seem almost elementary, but if it works, who cares? It's called driving for dollars. And basically it means when you are driving around neighborhoods, you need to be looking for houses. And before you say, well, there's nothing in my neighborhood, then drive down a different street. When you take your kids to school, when you go to church, when you go to work every day, when you go see your parents, when you go see friends, you have a certain way that you go every single time. Here's my encouragement, go a different way. When you come out of your driveway, if you go right every time, go left this time. If you usually get to the end of the street and go right, go left. Right? Go to a different town if your town is too ritzy to be buying a house to flip in, or it's too junky to buy a house to flip in. Go to the neighborhood you want to be in and start to drive around those neighborhoods. You say, Glenn, what am I looking for? You are looking for houses that look like they need your help. Houses that look vacant. How do they look vacant? They've got grass growing up all around them. If it's wintertime in the north, they have snow piling up. They have mail piling up. They have notices on the front door. You can see things stuck to the front door. It could be from the bank. It could be from code enforcement. Something doesn't look right and the house looks vacant. What do you do then? Here's something. Get out and talk to the neighbor. Don't text the neighbor. Don't send an email to the neighbor. Get out. Use your mouth and talk to the neighbor. You'll be amazed at what neighbors will tell you. They call them nosy neighbors for a reason. They're not just all Karens, right? They're actually nice neighbors. You probably know your neighbor's phone number or how to get a hold of your next door neighbor or at least one of your neighbors. Well, they know how to get a hold of those people. If you say, look, I'm a real estate investor and I fix up homes in neighborhoods that look like they need a little repair and it looks like this home could use some repair. What's the story with the home? Here's a little tip for you. When you ring the doorbell, step back off of the step. Be non-threatening, be very warm, have a card ready to be able to leave them because they may not want to give you the person's number, but they might say, I'll have them give you a call. Say, look, I pay cash, I can close quick. Even if you don't know what you're doing yet, cross one hurdle at a time. First, let's find the house. If you don't know how to fund a deal, by all means, spend some time on our channel and learn how to fund your deals 100% with other people's money. Once you find an answer or who you can talk to, you just simply start a phone conversation with them. And again, that's another video, but now you want to spend time on how to present an offer to those people. But the first thing we're trying to do in this video is help you learn how to find houses that are off-market deals without spending any of your money. So driving for dollars is number one. Number two, I want you to set up a referral network. There are people that are in business for themselves to do things in people's homes. There could be contractors, there could be clean out companies, there could be real estate agents, there could be estate sale companies that go in to sell the people's estate, could be divorce lawyers, right, that know about a divorce situation. These are all people that have an idea of what's going on. You know who else is a great resource to help me buy my very first house? My mail carrier. You can find the mail carrier in the neighborhood you want to be in and all these other people and just start to meet them. And here's all you say. I know you're going to be in the neighborhood for your own business. If you're a mail carrier, you're delivering the mail. If you are a clean out company, you're getting called to clean out people's homes that have usually had some kind of damage, or it might be a hoarder situation, it might be a lot of junk is piled up, maybe someone's passed away, maybe it's a divorce, maybe they're getting ready for sale. You see, they know about houses before the open market knows about them. That's where the money is. Talk to a dumpster company, right? Talk to a real estate agent. They get phone calls before as well. Talk to all these people and say, if you find a house that meets my criteria and you let me know about it and I buy that house, I'm going to pay you a $2,000 finder's fee as a thank you. What? Glenn, why would I pay $2,000 for that? Because you're going to make $50,000 to flip the house. That's why. You see, you're only going to pay for a deal once you have a deal. Marketing money, you pay for that money before you even have a deal and you hope the phone rings to you. This is when you're at the closing table, you secure that deal. If you set up a referral network of 2, 6, 8, 10 people that are bringing you deals on a consistent basis and you get to cherry pick those deals, don't you think you'd be a very successful real estate investor? You only have to have a couple deals a year at 50 grand to make a totally different new life for yourself, right? So get busy. This is another way is by setting up a referral. So we've covered driving for dollars and a referral network. Number 3, you can buy from wholesalers. There are wholesalers who spend money and time building businesses to simply wholesale properties to you. How do you find them? Look for the We Buy Houses signs around town. They spend money and they put those signs out. They go out and they negotiate. Yeah, but Glenn, they make $10,000, $12,000 for selling me a contract. That's right. They spent the money on marketing so you didn't have to. They took the risk so you didn't have to. Therefore, you're going to pay them only after you close on that deal. I'm sure if you're on Facebook or social media, you are involved in neighborhood groups. Let them know what you're doing. Offer a referral fee to them as well. Remember, I know you said, Glenn, this is about doing stuff for free. It is. You only pay once you buy the house. You have a guaranteed profit locked in if you bought it correctly. Those are different videos on our channel. Make sure that you watch all those videos to be a very successful real estate investor in all angles. But right now, you're only paying after because you set that referral network. So look for online neighborhood groups. Do you want to find pre-foreclosures and foreclosures? You know where you can go? The county courthouse. Those are public records. People are embarrassed by it, but they can do it. You can go find that information. There's also people that are behind on their taxes. You can find out their information right there. You may have to do what's called a skip trace. That doesn't cost very much. That costs pennies. And find out who the owner is. I'd be very careful just walking up to a door and saying hello, because they may not be in the best of mood, but you could drop a note in their mailbox, or you can try and get a phone number and reach out to them, or talk to a neighbor if you want to. Be careful telling the neighbors that they're behind on their taxes, though, because they may not know and they might be embarrassed. They may not like you for doing that. But these are all ways you can find people that are potentially motivated sellers that cost you literally nothing. You know, free leads are certainly great, but only if they match your buying criteria. The reason I got my first deal from my mail carrier was because I was very specific on what I was looking for, in what neighborhood, at what price point, and the shape of the house, the condition of the house. And when I was able to communicate that with my mail carrier, she was able to see it clearly. I put together a training so you can determine exactly what your buy box is. Your buy box is the key to you being successful as a real estate investor. Because once you know your buy box, you can block out all the other noise and all the other houses that don't meet your buy box and just focus on the deals that'll bring you the most profitability for the least amount of risk in the quickest amount of time. So I put together a training right here in the description. Click on the link and go learn what your buy box is so you can start being a successful real estate investor out of the gates. Remember, we make our money when we buy. Buying off-market deals is the way to go. Watch this training for free. Get you there that much faster.